The following is a Tony Lasano podcast, an Opie show on the Radio Misfits Podcast Network. This is Free Kicks. So, Adam?
Yes.
They tell me this was a momentous day in English football this past weekend. And let me play you that moment that everyone is saying is momentous. Here we go.
And they've done it! You just witnessed something truly special, utterly remarkable. Macclesfield, magnificent. This is one of the greatest ever upsets in the long, long history of this incredible competition. Macclesfield, of the sixth tier of English football, have dumped out Premier League Crystal Palace, the holders of the FA Cup.
Pretty impressive.
Yes.
Pretty impressive.
Biggest upset ever.
And it's happening on the field there at Macclesfield because it was a home game for them.
That's right.
But there's so much to talk about regarding this. We'll do that here in a moment because it's time for Free Kicks.
And now, Free Kicks. Free Kicks with Illinois Youth Soccer Association's Director of Coaching, Adam Howarth, and Rick Kemper.
So it was a sold-out house.
5,000 capacity.
5,000,
Everybody there. Maybe
exactly.
a few extra, I'm sure, snuck in.
I love this little tidbit. Macclesfield FC compete in the National League North.
That's right.
Right, so that's the sixth tier.
Correct.
There are 117 places between them and the reigning champions, right?
Yes.
It's the biggest upset in 117 years.
Amazing.
Isn't that a cool little tidbit?
Amazing. Well, the interesting part too is, and I didn't mention this before the show, but so they beat Slough Town to get into the third round, which is my home team.
Oh, okay.
This could have been Slough.
It could have been.
It could have been Slough doing this, but great for Macclesfield. What an amazing story. Like you said, you beat the holders, and you're all part-time players.
Well, let's talk about that. You were telling me about the teacher.
Yes.
Tell that story.
Yeah. The scorer of the winner is actually a PE teacher. You know, most of these guys are part-time players.
Yeah.
There's, on most days they're doing something else, and then a couple of days a week they train and they turn into soccer players. And so it was pretty cool. So when he walked into the school, all the kids gave him a rounding reception in a nice big meeting there. So that was pretty cool. Assembly. And
the guy who scored the opening goal earns a living packing candles.
Yes, Paul Dawson, yeah.
I love that. And the coach?
Yeah, amazing, yeah. Brother of Rooney.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's John Rooney.
Yes.
Younger brother of Wayne Rooney. So I thought that was very cool. So Palace wins the FA Cup last year, and this year, wah.
Yeah, knocked out. And I'm excited for Macclesfield because their next game, the draw just came out. They've got another home game. So 5,000 people again will be packed in, and another Premier League team, Brentford, which is going to be great.
That's going to be great. So there were a couple of other Premier League teams that got knocked out. Nottingham Forest.
Yeah,
was
that's
knocked
right.
out by Wrexham.
Yes.
So, I don't know what kind of magic those guys have, Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, but it seems like there is a Hollywood ending every year for that show, and now they've got their big, they have a scalp.
Absolutely, and this is going to be part of their little TV series too, which is great for them. So, and thoroughly deserved too. I mean, and I think Sean Dyche, who's the Nottingham Forest manager, came out and really kind of lambasted his players and said how poorly they played. Don't knock on my door if you're playing poorly, and then that's what happens. So yeah, I think it was a bit of a wake up call for them. And they've been having an okay season.
They're alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, still in it.
The other team that lost was Manchester United.
That's right.
And, man, it just keeps getting worse and worse for them.
Yeah, I know. I mean, lots of turmoil, which we'll talk about here in a second, but lots of changes there. Interim manager. but still nothing seems to have changed. I think that the fans are happier with the way they play.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, they lost to a Brighton team, which is good. And again, this is what happens. And if you're a betting man, bet on Danny Welbeck to score a goal against Manchester United.
Yeah.
Because he's done that more times than anybody else.
And he played for Manchester United.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's got like that, that extra motivation to go out there and take them down.
Exactly. And he's been playing for a long time, so people are even saying maybe an outside look in for the England squad in the World Cup. We'll see.
He's not a bad striker.
No.
I mean,
I was listening to on the way in today, 16 goals in 40 appearances for the national team. So, that's not bad. It's pretty good. So, and if he might be the type of guy you could bring in off the bench at the end if you need a goal.
Yeah. It's probably been 8 years since he played out.
Yeah, I think it was. I think his last appearance was like 2017, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the coaching changes since we last spoke. There have been a few. The big one that has kind of been predicted on and off all season. We mentioned it. Manchester United's coach Amarin is gone.
Yes. Yeah. Gone, and I think a lot of the fans are, for the most part, pretty happy for the change. Again, I think a lot of the managers nowadays are trying to instill their ideas and thoughts, but unfortunately don't want to adapt too much. Yeah. And so what ended up happening with Amorim, he was very adamant about playing three in the back. Didn't seem to work. They didn't have the players. And so automatically they got Darren Fletcher came in as an interim. It looks like Michael Carrick's going to be taking over full time, another interim till the end of the year.
Right.
But then what ended up happening is they went straight back to 4 and they looked a lot better. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm a Man United fan. I'm pretty frustrated right now.
Yeah, I would think so. Michael Carrick, what do you think about
I think, he's obviously put in his time. He was at Middlesbrough there for a while. Yeah. He was an interim there at Man United before. I think he'd be a good appointment. He knows the place inside and out. He just needs to get the fans back on side because I think a lot of them are frustrated. I think he could be a good person to come in and steady the ship.
Yeah, maybe it's time to not have a superstar manager.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And have just somebody who is, familiar with the way that place works. Right. He certainly is.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, now, that one to me wasn't a shocker. The other coaching change was a shocker.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Maresca being out at Chelsea.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a surprise. I think it all kind of started again. He was getting a little frustrated with maybe some of the hierarchy in terms of what was taking place. Frustrated with where he was limited in terms of players, maybe with some of the medical staff, and came out and said some things and said he was not happy. Yeah. And Chelsea doesn't mess around when those things happen. If people are upset and things aren't moving in the direction they want it to be, you're out. So it was pretty
there's only 4 types of Chelsea coaches. So.
Yes, yeah, I get it. Yeah. But so it was quick. I mean, surprised. Yes, I think. Again, a lot of Chelsea fans were frustrated, not necessarily with him as a coach, but sometimes his in-game management. Okay. I think some of the substitutions he made, a lot of people were concerned. And again, Chelsea fans were concerned about the constant changes in the squad and the team. So that was always a tough one. Now, he did a nice job. And I think if there's a manager that has actually upped his profile, it's probably him.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to have any problem getting another job if another job opens up. I think another club will take a chance on him for sure.
This new coach from Strasbourg.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, Leroy Rossignol, English coach, actually. Was coaching with Strasbourg. Now, Strasbourg is part of the Chelsea kind of group.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So he kind of comes in. So he knows, obviously, the owners, knows that group very well. And, I think he's a young, up-and-coming English manager. That's exciting for the game in England. Right. See what he does. He got off to a winning start in the FA Cup, so that was good. But ironically, he was a manager at Hull for a little bit of time. And guess who they drew in the FA Cup?
Oh, really?
Hull. So they play Hull in the next round.
Hull City
at Hull. So that's going to be an interesting match. He got fired from that job. I think a lot of people were a bit surprised that he got fired from that position. But, hey, it's worked out. He went over to Strasbourg, and now he's at Chelsea. So good luck to him.
Where is Hull, geographically speaking?
In the northern part of England. So it's kind of... in an area, a very industrial area for sure. So so it's not the type of place that people are going to be going to.
It's not on the vacation list.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But hardworking group of people who live up in Hull. So I think it's going to be an interesting match for Rossini going back, and wish him all the best.
Yeah, for sure. And then the other rumbling I've been hearing, and I'm sure you have too, is Tottenham's Thomas Frank, who, I thought did a great job with Brentford.
Yeah, no question.
And apparently is not able to do it at Tottenham. It's just not going well at all.
Yeah, I think Tottenham is a very, very tough place to manage. I think again, going back, the fans expect so much, but I've also... been very frustrated with the way that their teams have been playing, and ultimately it's all about results. Now, they've had a lot of injuries, there's no question, but you can say that about every team, to be fair. But yeah, they need a little bit of an improvement on the pitch. They need some results. And unfortunately for them, they are also out of the FA Cup.
Right.
So they're out of all the cup competitions. And so they're struggling to stay in.
And is the biggest sin the fact that they are so boring? Because they are so boring to watch right now.
Yeah, that doesn't help them.
Yeah.
That doesn't help them. And I think no matter how great that stadium is, and it truly is a fantastic stadium.
I know it's the best stadium in the country.
Yeah, you gotta be good enough to be in it, right? So you got to prove yourself on the field, and I think that's where they're struggling. Seems like there's a little bit of dissension maybe on the sidelines. He hasn't got everybody bought in.
Yeah.
That's from what I'm observing, from what I see. And if they don't get some results, I can see a change.
Yeah, me too. All right, so this is January, which means the transfer window is open, and people are jumping through it.
Yeah.
Let's start with the biggest signing.
Wow.
Bournemouth's Semenyo goes to Man City, $84 million.
He is, I think, one of the biggest signings of the last few years. He's a difference maker. He's going to make Man City so much better.
Yeah.
Already scored on his debut.
He did.
They had a nice, easy, 10-1 win on the FA Cup?
I scored in that
game. But he's going to change the way they play. I mean, even his very last game against, ironically, Tottenham, he scored the winner in the 95th minute for Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So his parting shot was, here you go, I'll score a winner to go, and then he moves on.
That's a big blow to Bournemouth.
Oh, massive. I mean, financially a fantastic hit.
Yeah.
84 million, so that's not bad.
That's true.
They'll definitely take that. And knowing the way Brentford are, Bournemouth are, they'll find another way of getting another young player in and figure it out. So they got a good way of doing those things.
I was watching Jimmy Kimmel last night.
Yeah.
And he had Michael B. Jordan on. You know who he is? He's one of the owners.
Yeah, he does have a little bit of a stake in
Bournemouth.
That's right. Was he talking about that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was talking about how he designed one of their kits for this year.
Wow.
I thought it was interesting. All right, so some other moves. We just talked about this morning before we turned on the recording device. Conor Gallagher.
Yeah, big one.
The old Chelsea player is back in the Premier League after playing in Spain for a couple of years to Tottenham, which, we were just talking about. They need some help.
He'll definitely help them. And I know they've had a few players go down with injuries, so he can sit in the middle of the park and sort things out for them.
Right.
It's just tough watching a former Chelsea player go to Tottenham.
No,
that's a tough one.
Well, it's funny because the number $47 million is exactly the number they got from Crystal Palace to send Brendan Johnson.
That's right.
To Crystal Palace. I think they've got the better of that deal.
I think so. I think so too. I think he's going to be able to help them a lot more. It seemed like Brennan Johnson wasn't getting any playing time, even though he was fit and healthy.
Right.
So yeah, at least Connor can help him in the middle, solidify things. He's a worker, can score goals as well.
That is true. And then the last thing here that I've seen, and there will be many more.
Yeah, for sure.
But right now, West Ham, they sent Füllkrug to Milan.
The German striker.
The German striker who did not work out.
No.
I mean, he's a head ball specialist, basically. That's all he is.
And to be fair, he just seemed very disinterested.
Yeah.
He didn't really feel like... I don't think he was happy with being in London, being in England, and...
Right.
He was just kind of jogging around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't do much.
And then we've got, they picked up a couple of guys that I'm not familiar with. I don't know if you are.
Yeah, not too much.
Okay.
Not too much.
They got this guy, Pablo from Portugal. They got Castellanos from Italy. We'll see how those two work out. But West Ham certainly needs some help because right now they are in the danger zone.
Definitely.
Of going down.
Yeah, they need a surge, a big surge. And again, there's another manager that's under a little bit of pressure.
Yeah.
They've got to move some things forward. And if things don't start picking up here in January, they could go down.
Has any manager ever been fired from 3 teams in the same season?
That's a great question. Yeah, it could well happen. Yeah.
All right, so stat of the week.
Yeah.
We had a defending champ losing in the 3rd round of the tournament.
Right.
It has happened twice before.
Okay.
In the entire history
of
the FA Cup. And both times have been during our lifetimes. So perhaps you know what those are.
I'm going to have a guess. Again, it could have happened. And it wasn't losing to non-league teams. It could have been just anybody.
Yeah.
I think it might have been Chelsea.
It was Chelsea.
I think, was it Bradford? Was that when they lost to Bradford?
In 1998.
Yeah.
Yes. Who was the star of that Chelsea team in 98?
In 98. Ooh. That's a great question.
I think he might be the best Gianfranco that ever played for.
Certainly Zola. Yes, yeah, definitely Zola.
And then the other team?
The other team that maybe lost. I'm guessing maybe Arsenal.
Nope, we were just talking about them. West Ham.
West Ham, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
In 1981.
All right, okay. Yeah, they won it in 80 with a Trevor Brookin header. I remember that game.
Right.
That's right, yeah.
And in 81, they had a fullback. Let's see if you can tell me what his name was.
West Ham had a fullback?
They had a fullback whose name that you are very familiar with.
Well, they had Ray Stewart was their big one.
He was their star, yeah.
Yeah, he was the one who always scored the penalty kicks. And then a name that I'm very familiar with.
Yeah. Well, his son played for Chelsea later.
Oh, Lampard, yeah, absolutely. Yes,
Lampard Senior.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good one.
All right, Free Kicks is brought to you by the Illinois Youth Soccer Association.
Illinois Youth Soccer has been proudly serving the Illinois soccer community since 1975 and has a strong history of credibility. Illinois Youth Soccer is a non-profit corporation, official state association and charter member of the U.S. Soccer Federation, administers U.S. Soccer Federation coaching programs, the Olympic Development Program, and U.S. Soccer Federation referee programs. For more information, go to illinoisyouthsoccer.org. I've got a bit of news. If you want some news, Chicagoland news.
Yes, hang on. Here we go.
And now, the latest Chicago area soccer news. Soccer news. With Coach Adam.
All right. Well, exciting time. So I was lucky enough to be in beautiful Phoenix last week.
Oh, yes, that's right.
It was great. So we took 12 teams, our Olympic Development Program. Fantastic. What a great time to be in Phoenix. 70 degrees, playing on the turf.
Oh, nice.
And congrats to the 6 teams that got to the semifinals, 3 teams that got to the finals. Then we had one champion, our 2014 younger team. Won the whole thing. Beat the state of Oregon in the final, which was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So congrats to them. So really, really excited for them. And it was great just to see us playing against teams that, Cal North, Cal South, Alaska. My first game was against Alaska with one of the boys' teams. So it was great. So really, really excited for them. And they're continuing on their journey as we prepare for our next event in Memphis, Tennessee. Some good barbecue. Fun. So it's exciting.
2014, is that what you said?
2014.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's one of our younger groups. They're still playing 9v9, but we're a great little group of players. Really good little group.
So I'm hearing rumblings. I probably should talk to you this off the air, but here we are.
Yeah, sure.
I'm hearing rumblings that we're going back to the old grade system instead of school year.
Yeah, there's no
school year instead of birth year.
Yeah, there's no rumblings. It's happening.
Okay.
It's going to be happening. Yeah, starting in the fall 26-27 season.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be happening. So
does that affect you guys at all?
Doesn't affect us. So and I have this question a lot, so I'm glad you brought it up. So the Olympic development program has always been birth year.
Okay.
So it doesn't affect our programs. But when you go to your regular grassroots leagues, the YSSL, IWSL, and CIYSL, Slicer Illinois, and all of those different groups, they will be going to birth year. So you're going to see some slight changes in
the school grade year.
Seasonal year.
Yeah,
I apologize.
Right,
Yes, you're right. Seasonal year is what they call it. So, so they'll be going back to that. So you'll see teams made up of kids who are actually in class together.
You know what? I think it's the right move.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I thought the whole move away from it was a wrong one. It affected my son, I know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it was definitely a challenge at the beginning as they went through. But, exciting times. And then just the last thing I wanted to mention, January 20th, 21st, 7 p.m., people should have been getting some email information out. If not, feel free to contact us. We'll send it to you. We're going to be having a webinar on all of what's happening for the spring. So spring programs that Illinois Youth Soccer is going to be offering, as well as coaching education, all of the things that we're doing. Jump on that call. We'll give you information that you need.
Time now to guess the Premier League star.
Okay, so this one is an interesting one.
Okay.
He is 22 years old.
All right.
I find it interesting because I did some research on him, and I found out some pretty cool stuff.
Okay, that's cool.
For instance, he has 9 siblings. He's got 4 brothers and 5 sisters. All right. His father is a soccer executive and is the president of a club called Green Weiss.
No way.
For real. Green Weiss Brauweiler is the name of the club.
In Germany, I'm guessing.
In Germany, yes.
So this player would be German?
He's born in Germany, yes.
Representing the German national team?
Yes, he is. His current Premier League team is his first.
Okay. Gotcha. Now, would this player be playing with Liverpool?
He would be.
Okay, and did he score a couple of goals just yesterday?
He might have.
Okay.
He's an attacking midfielder.
Attacking midfielder. Would you say he's probably not been as successful as he wanted to be?
I'd say that's true, but I'd say he's still the best Florian in the entire league.
That's true. So, yes, Florian Wirtz.
That's right.
Coming over £100 million. And all that money, and he's still got a terrible haircut.
Yeah, the worst haircut ever.
I think
they've got 10 kids. They can't afford a barber.
Yeah, that's true. Him and Cole Palmer, they go to the same barber.
Yeah, right. Apparently, they were born in Appalachia. But I thought, how cool is that?
That is awesome.
President of Green Weiss. Which, if you don't know, I am the president of a club called Green Weiss here in Chicago too.
Yeah. Well, I hope he gets things going. I've got him on my fantasy team.
I think he's going to.
I've got a good feeling he's starting to pick things up. He scored a nice goal yesterday.
He did.
Curled it into the corner.
And Ekiteke, those two, they seem to hit it off.
Yeah.
They both played in the Bundesliga.
He's too good not to be a star.
Right. I think he just needed to figure out exactly how physical this league is, because it's so much more physical than the Bundesliga.
Yeah. So I did pretty well to get that, because really he's not even close to being a star yet. He's just a Premier League close to being a star.
Oh, he's going to score the goal against England.
Yeah, I know.
The World Cup.
Gosh. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, World Cup. I'm already ready for the World Cup.
Let
me show you how ready I am for the World Cup. Here we go.
From around the world and into your cup, this is the World Cup Report on Free Kicks.
And here's another one.
This is the World Cup Report. The World Cup Report on Free Kicks.
There you go. Brilliant. We're all set.
Ready to go.
That's it.
But first, we have to do this.
Now time for Adam's Weekend Soccer TV Tip.
All right, so it's not FA Cup weekend.
No.
We're back to normal, right?
Back to normal, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Premier League, which is great. It's great to be back, so we'll be able to watch a whole bunch of games. I had a hard time, I'll be honest with you, with the FA Cup. There's some good ones, but then there's some, it's just couldn't get into it.
It's too early.
Yeah.
It's too early.
Yeah, and it was great to... And I probably missed the big one, the Macclesfield match, but... with these games, it's fantastic. So, yeah, some really good ones. We've got some derbies. I think the Chelsea-Brentford is a good derby to watch. It's not like Chelsea-Fulham, but it's a good West London derby. And then I think Brighton-Bournemouth, the little coastal towns will be a good one. But I think we've got to turn on. I'm afraid you're going to have to get up early, Rick.
Oh, no.
6:30 kickoff.
Oh, no.
Manchester United... at home versus Manchester City.
Oh, it's the derby.
It is the derby of all derbies. Semenyo, can he get in and score on his Premier League debut for his new team? I'm sure he'll be starting. And we'll see how Michael Carrick does with his new team. So should be a good one at Old Trafford.
So who does he knock out of the lineup at Man City?
Well, he normally drifts in from the left, right?
Yeah.
So he's...
Doku's gone?
Yeah, he's done and dusted.
We'll take him at Liverpool.
Yeah, I know. I think anybody would take him, to be fair. But yeah, I think he jumped straight into the lineup. He's just going to provide so much for them, and the fact that he can cut in, maybe he can play a little bit more on the right too. I think he's got a lot of flexibility, but anything out wide, he's going to be a terror.
And the African players will be coming back soon. I know they're in the semifinals already.
Right.
So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Some of those players coming back. I think Kuna might be. He's already there. It was who was the other player that they had? I'm trying to remember. But one of the Man United players that was in the African Nations Cup, he's going to be coming back. So that'll be good for them.
Right.
So yeah, we'll see how they manage coming back. They need a little bit of a jump start, Man United. Hopefully they get that.
And I saw Egypt is playing Senegal in the semifinal. So you've got Mo Salah against Sadio Mane.
Yeah.
The old
that's
Liverpool
right.
teammates.
That's
that'd
right.
be fun.
Yeah.
But watching those games, and I watched one of them.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I did. It's like... it's like minor leagues. You know what I mean? It's like, holy mackerel, the fields are terrible.
Really?
I mean, it's just, it's a whole different world.
Yeah, I could see that.
All right, Free Kicks is brought to you by Green White Soccer Club, or also known as Green Weiss.
That's right.
I am the president of this club for at least for another year. We have our 70th anniversary coming up this year, and we've decided we're going to have a big picnic to celebrate out at our clubhouse. But if you want to join this historic Green Weiss Club, you can go to greenwhitesoccer.org. All right, we have people to thank. We need to thank our executive producer, Tony Lozano, with Opie Shows. Thanks very much, Tony, for all you've done. Also, thanks to Ed Silla with the Radio Misfits Podcast Network. Great Talk Radio isn't dead. It just moved to a better place, which is radiomisfits.com. And we will be back again next week with are we going to be back next week?
Of course. Yeah.
You're staying in town for a week?
I'm here actually, I'm in Orlando this week.
Okay.
With ODP, but I'll be back Monday. No worries.
Right. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode of Free Kicks.
The preceding
was a presentation of the Radio Misfits Podcast Network. Find our other great shows on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and at RadioMisfits.com. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
This has been a presentation of Opie Productions.
Tony, can you shut up?